G'day, welcome to day 4 of Labelexpo here in Brussels. My name is Wayne Robinson, editor of Print 21 magazine. I'm on the Xeikon stand with Trevor Crowley, well-known man about town for Xeikon in Australia and New Zealand.
Well, travelling man about town at the moment, all the way over here, so it's great to be back in Brussels for Labelexpo, even though it's the last time, but 2019 has been a while, so to bump into people that you haven't seen for many years, it's been fantastic.
Yeah. And Xeikon, of course, as ever, an innovator, one of the original digital pioneers, 1993, first digital presses. Trevor, we're standing in front of this machine. It's called the Lion.
Correct.
This is a brand new machine from Xeikon.
It is. We do like our big cats over at Lion. So obviously people have heard about panthers and cheetahs. So the Lion is based on our 3.0 technology. Okay. So this is the new platform that was actually really only launched here at the show. So it's brand new. We've now got 3 of these machines that we've got signed agreements. They're going to go into beta testing. But the real draw card on this machine is the increase on speed, the increase on automation, and actually the reduction on the machine's carbon footprint to give better sustainability outcomes, which is going to become more and more relevant as we move forward.
Okay, and so when you talk about that reduction in speed, for instance, increase in speed,
yes.
What does that actually mean?
So traditionally, our high-speed platforms have been 30 metres a minute, but the new machine, the Line behind us, runs at 42. Of course, with all Xeikon machines, it doesn't matter if you run 1 colour or 5 colours, she'll still run at 42 metres a minute. So we're looking at basically a 40% uplift in volume production.
Okay, which is pretty impressive.
It is very impressive.
And what kind of applications would this machine be used for?
Look, being dry toner, obviously its strong point is in uncoated papers, but of course we've got many customers that use these in FMCG, wine, beverage, personal care. So the technology is quite robust.
Okay, yeah, terrific. And with we're talking about food there and beverage, obviously a big part of packaging. Titan toner technology is being launched, or it's been made available at this show, isn't it? Do you want to just explain that a little bit? Titan.
Yeah, so correct. So we've released Titan. It's been around probably now out in the market and got its real first release at Labelexpo in Chicago last year. So we've actually developed the Titan technology for the paper-based packaging market. Okay. One of the key areas where we see it having great benefit. So what the big advantage with the Titan technology is, like all Xeikon toners, they're FDA compliant, they're food safe, but the new Titan toner has your characteristics of our dry toner, but also has the product characteristics, the environmental and scuff resistance characteristics of a UV ink. So it does away with people needing to, say, varnish or laminate a product, but of course, being used in the food packaging space, it's something that can go straight back into the recycling stream. Again, sustainability, it's going to become more of a talking point.
Yeah, and it's really great to see the options that Xeikon is now bringing to the market. And the Lion machine is a toner-based machine, but you've also got inkjet on the stand.
Well, yeah, look, we've been toner-based centric really since the early days back in the late 80s, and from around about 20, around about 2016, 2017, we introduced our UV inkjet technology into the market, and that was driven by our customers' demands to get into additional markets where they require durability. So we've got our Panther technology. We're now up to Panther 3.0. We were the first people to go full LED, so it's a full LED machine. And again, sustainability, it's probably we recognise that it offers the lowest carbon footprint in the market. So our sustainability and carbon emission off this machine is less than 18 milligrams per square metre. So, and again, it's going to be something that becomes more and more relevant as the time moves on. But also with the UV technology is the expanded colour gamut that comes with it as well. So running that machine, you will be able to cover 94% of the colour gamut with a delta E of less than 3.
Okay, Trevor, with the LED, just explain to us, why is that a benefit?
Well, again, so LED for starters, with a UV lamp, there's some heavy metals in there, mercury and the like. LED, you have a better result, or it's kinder on heat-sensitive materials, is a key thing as well. And we find the new LED inks, because you're using less energy, then obviously your carbon footprint or your impact on the environment is significantly less than it would be with a UV lamp, which is not uncommon that we've seen that, of course, through a lot of converters of conventional equipment these days as well. So we're all, the printing industry is trying to be as responsible as we can. There's a real push to ensure that we leave a minimum footprint these days. So leave less than what you went there with.
Yeah, and of course, Xeikon being a Belgium, a European manufacturer, that's really where the sustainable drive is kind of coming from both legislation and brands, isn't it?
Well, of course, this has been forced on a lot of manufacturers by legislative. So it's quite simple, where the regional governments or local governments are just simply saying this is what the new rules are. Xeikon tends to look at what the future may look like in regards to components that we can use in our inks or our toners, and try to get ahead of the curve. So one of the toner upgrades we did back in around about 2018, 2019, where we moved from our QBA to our QBI toner, was driven around one of the components that we were using at that time in our blue toners, and we recognised that come around about 2020, they needed to make a change. So we simply got ahead of the curve.
Okay, and of course, being part of Flint Group now, the giant, world's biggest, I suppose it must be the biggest or one of the biggest ink companies, but there's a real benefit to Xeikon technology, isn't it? Because you're kind of integrating with that.
Yeah, look, we work very closely with each other, obviously from a commercial point of view, because the Flint business is knocking on most doors around the world, but also in R&D. So they've got a lot of experience in things like UV ink and water-based ink. So beyond what you're seeing here at Labelexpo, but when you start looking at what we're doing in the corrugated space, a lot of that work is joint development between ourselves and the Flint Group business to ensure that we've got a new platform, very interesting platform in the corrugated space. But of course, they help us with development in our UV inks for our inkjet machines as well. So it's a really nice fit for both businesses.
Fantastic. Well, Trevor Crowley, thanks so much for giving us a bit of an insight into Xeikon, into what's going on with the company. Obviously, a lot of innovation that's been at the heart of the company since the start. I've been following the Xeikon story for 30 years now.
Yep.
So anyway, thanks for your time on the stand.
Not a problem. Great to be back.
And this is Wayne Robinson for Print 21 magazine on the Xeikon stand at Labelexpo, signing off.